Hey guys, we're gonna go over a very simple strategy here. Just gonna show you guys just one peak, just make things simple. And we're just gonna draw a ladder here. We'll just focus on going up as well, and then you can just inverse it for going short. So we're just gonna draw a ladder. Let's say it went like this and it reached a peak. We're gonna wait for this, basically this hockey stick. And this is when we'll play. We'll play to just this 25%. And if it's the reverse, obviously it's gonna come down, hit this, and you play here, come here. So that's fine where that happens, and we'll see how to play that. Pick a day here. We'll just do 9:30. Give us an hour after open. So here, it's already gone straight up. So what we can see is down here. This will be a short example rather than a long. So we can see here, it's already hit, and it's attempted before and rejected. So pretty good chance that's gonna go down again. And it's very good that it's this sweep, so it's not very long until this sweep. So I just enter here. I'm gonna do 10. So this is basically gonna be passing an eval. So I'll just do 1 mini or 10 micros here. And I'm gonna risk the whole account. So you're gonna lose about, I usually give about 100 buffer, whatever the drawdown is, just in case it goes straight down there and it goes against you first rather than with you. So I'm gonna target, what we're doing is we're doing 50, we're gonna do 2 plays. We're gonna target a 1550 first, and then find another play for it rather than trying to do all 3,000 in one play. So let's just zoom in here. And there we go. We already won that. So it's on the bigger time frame. Let's do a small time frame. So when do we open here? This is overnight. I'm gonna grab yesterday's low. I'm gonna bring it up to the highest point of today. And I'm gonna look for here. This is what I'm gonna look for. Looking for this. And then we'll exit out of here. We can also look for another one, a smaller play. If we do see it, give it to us. As in, we can see a confirmation for it. So I'll just keep this over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a line in, right? So this is the point I'm looking for. So I'll just move this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the low of overnight. Okay, right there. And then I'll pull up to the high where we're at here, an hour in, and I have a new line. Same exact chicken leg, just or hockey stick is just smaller. And so we'll play up to the 25 here. That should give us enough points to win. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. I think we have enough to play here for the drawdown. So I'll do the long here. I'll risk the whole account again. And again, if you're playing on an eval that is end of day, you'd have a lot more to play with, so you'd be safer because of the 1500 you just made. But let's say, for example, on Apex or on Yield Nox, where you have a trailing drawdown, this is all you have. So we'll go for that. It's a little bit risky here because we don't clear this 60. That's so close right there. I think that would have hit. Let's see. I think it was by just one tick. But here, we'll hold on and we'll see where it goes. Got knocked out there. That's okay. So let's start a new eval here. So we'll target for down here. I think if we had just moved it down just by a tick there and take the 1550 rather than the 1570, we would have made that. But you can see So now that we break this, we can kind of lean toward going downwards, but I wouldn't chase it down. I would just wait for this line here. Let's keep going here. That's a break. That's a sweep. We're testing the low here, so we wouldn't want to play that either because it could bounce and knock you back down again with drawdown. See, just like that, you would have. I mean, you could have caught that 100 points. I mean, but as it bounced and breathes, you'd probably lose it. So again, here we're very close. Sweeped a whole bunch of this, breaking this, and we're very close here to our 50. I'm going to enter here. So imagine starting a new account. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1500. Aiming for a full break here. Trying to get that 1550 here. There you go. Again, this is just with one mini. And there it is. We got that. It comes down again. This is a 2GR, right? So we can actually do that again. We should go past our account here with this. There it is. There's another bigger 2GR. We can just try that again. Let's say we started a new account. Here we go. Got that in the end of that candle. This is moving downtrend at the moment. So we use one long while the trend is down by using this pattern. So here's the new one. Let's hope it pulls back up. That's what we're waiting for here. So let's get rid of these two lines here. We already have our play there. What we're looking for now is this. And we just keep pulling it down. We don't play unless it comes back. We move our 50 with it. And that's the end of the day. And that's it. And we just look for another day. So let's go and we'll remove all the lines again. So you don't need any extra lines on here. Let's do another date. We'll do, say, the 17th. I'm going to try to avoid a Wednesday just in case we land on news. Here we go. It's really nice that the chart divides this for you. This is overnight, the lighter area, and the darker area is during the day. You can kind of see here. You just grab the highest of the previous of 2 days ago and come back. And this play is already done, right? This comes up here, and it comes there. I mean, you can target this if you want to. It's pretty good momentum to come down. But this is the safer place, the safer play here, just to get a 25. If you want to see, we can aim for that. It broke down pretty far. We'll do a sell here. So same strategy, same risk management strategy for an eval. So we'll do another one, 26, and we'll do 15. Yep, that's why. You can, it's just that as you pass the 25, there's always some volume that would exit. So let's see here. Let me get rid of this. Let's see in the longer run. Let's say you go back 3 days. You can just go back 3 days if you want to, rather than 2. So we haven't hit that line yet. So let me pull this. Draw that. That's potential. That's potential. It can hit it again. So these two are really close. So what you want is you want to hit this and then push one more green, and then you'd enter. That's a really good play. We go back again. The highest day, very much the same. Even higher back here. This is a very good zone here to bounce down. So let's see. Let's erase this. Zoom in onto the day that we're at. You can also take here the low of this day. Very past the green. So we missed our play here. So let's focus on the play today. We have an open high up here, down to low here. So we're past, this is pretty much sideways. What we want to do is we want it to break these two peaks so that we have a better confirmation of which direction it wants to run. You can see how it respects that line that we drew there. Still a consolidating day. Oh, the day already ended. Let's choose another day. Let's choose Wednesday the 23rd. Oh, let's not do Wednesday, do Tuesday. I'm going to remove all the points. Here we go. We can start the low of the day. What to today? I'm going to draw a line there. That's what I'm waiting for. And then there's the high up here. We'll do the high of the day. We already passed and pushed off the 50, but that line can still go there. That's probably going to be a stopper there. Then it'll bounce and it'll come down. That's what we're looking for. Up to the overnight. Here we go. And then I'll do one more. I'll just do the day, 3 days before its peak. Peak we have to challenge is up here. I'll just leave this. Let's zoom in. So far it's an uptrend. So within the day, I can grab this and pull here. So that didn't hit the 50 yet. Maybe I should get rid of this. It's easy to see. Here we go. So it didn't hit the 50 yet. Let's keep pulling it. That's very good because what this does is if it rejects from here and it comes down and it sweeps this and hits the 50, it's a very good chance that it will go up. It has extra momentum. And so here you would not, you definitely not want to enter on this green because of this. You'd want it to pass that. So very likely just push past a little bit and then you can enter. That's a safer play. Here we go. Buy here is really nice because we have our 60, we have the sweep. So we have that 50 here that we're playing for. That's 150. Our stop is 250, 350s. We have really good stops. Target again is 15. I always give it a little bit buffer, and just for the extra fees there for the positions. And there we go. If you want to play within the day, let's say it breaks the 60, let's say you can still enter here. Let's wait for another green. We can do a 2GR here. And we'll wait for a little red. There it is. Again, we'll do the 26. Same rules still apply. And we do our 1550. There you go. And there it is. Passed it. And you can also do the reverse here. So we put that there. We can just eliminate that now because we have this line right here. We can go up, pull it down to the low. And look at that. We're just at the 50. I do want to wait. You can see the momentum slowing down here. I would like to see a peak up or a red or even a smaller green before I enter. There you go. There's the red. So again, we'll go 26. Let's say we started a new combine or a new eval. And we're aiming for 15. Ooh, that's a tough one. You'd have to break your white line and a 50 here. So I'd probably just target for the green. Or I can just add positions here until it hits that. I'd probably want it to be, oh, I'd have to double it. I'd sell there. 26. There we go. 1550. Let's do that. And there it is. As it gets smaller, as it consolidates, this is the P3 consolidation. As it gets smaller into P3, your play becomes the move becomes much smaller. So you have to increase your size. And we're pretty much at the end of the day here. Let's do one more. I'll remove the whole thing again, just so we don't have any biases on lines. Just in case if you're just starting, you don't have any lines. We can do a Friday, and Friday is pretty tough because usually the momentum slows down and it ends pretty early. Let's do 9:30 again here. Where are we? All right. Oh, that's really nice. Look at that. Oh, right off of that. Look at that. We missed that play. It came up and it did again. We put a line there. Let's go back. Pull another high. Look at that. It's really nice peaks. Look at these. Go another one here. These are really large, however. That's pretty good. Pretty consistent. I don't think it's going to pull up that much higher. We have a downward movement. There's really no point in drawing this downward movement here. Like that. So just consolidate in between here. It's really messy. We need this to move more. We need to be larger. The size of the candles are just too large when you get knocked out. So let's just run it and let's see it makes some more. There it is. We just need to pull. So we'll go up to the high here. We'll draw the ladder down. You have a 50 right here. What would be great is if the 50 was here. So if it were to move down a little bit more, this would be better. Just because of this resistance here that we saw the peak. So let's see if it does that for us. Nope. I'd say the candles are still way too large here. And it just bounced and immediately hit our white. There's nothing to play there. We want it to move further down. Okay, there it is. Remember, we wanted it down here. Ooh, looking like it's slowing down. It's two greens, a red, and then a green again to cancel out that red. I think I'm gonna go in here. 26. Aiming for 15. There it is. Very nice. That's a really large candle. I want to shrink. I want the volume to shrink because I want there to be some decision to be made. Here we go. That's perfect. Gonna sell 26 again. And do another 15, which would pass our eval. There it is. And we still didn't get knocked out. That should be pretty good by the end of the day on a Friday. Let's do another day here. Well, that was a Tuesday. Let me pick a 28th. I'm going to remove the lines. Oh, that's really nice. It's already started for us. You can grab the highest in the day as well as the highest point from when it started pulling. We'll do both. We won't do that yet. I'm going to grab here. Just making sure there's no big 50s. So what that means is I'm going to grab a low point. I'm going to drag it up to the high of that peak. and we have 50 here. So we don't have to worry about that. There's nothing that much lower. Yeah, there's nothing that much lower recently that would bring our 50 anywhere down here. So we're still dropping. That means we can't really find a peak at the moment. So there's nothing to pull yet until it starts reversing. And if it hits this anyways, it's already past our 50, so this line doesn't really matter. As it runs, that's a P1. So this is a 2, right? 2GR. However, let's see if it's red. Yeah, it's 2GR, but we don't have a 50 here. We do have a line, a peak. I wouldn't go in on it unless you can confirm that it's a 50. Let's see if we can confirm. From the low, what you do is you just pull it to any of the peaks. And it is a peak right here. So that's a 50. That's our 2GR. So let's enter that. And where do you aim? Where do you target for 2GR? The 50. That's when we expect it to reverse. So we're gonna go buy here. Again, it's gonna be a new eval. Knocked out. Yep. That was very iffy because we had to go all the way back here just to pull a 50 that was already broken. But just keep going. Let's see where this actually ends. I'm gonna remove that so we don't depend on it. I'm waiting for this 50 here. This would be the better play. I don't know if we'd have that time here during the end of the day. Nope, it never pulls back. We'd have to do another day here. We'll do February 1, 9:30. This will be the last one. I'm gonna start down here. I'm gonna pull up to here. You have a line. You have a line here. Okay, so let's focus on the day. And we're gonna start at the bottom. Let's see. All right, we're aiming for this 50. These candles are quite large. Let's move out the range a little bit. Oof. I think we can enter this one. It's low enough. Oh boy. Here we go. Only 300. That's all we got. Now what about we multiply that? There we go. Make that easier. There it is. The reason why I didn't take any of these is because their bounce. It didn't give us a slow enough, uh, basically entry, or a low enough entry with a smaller candle. So what this does is it gave us a sweep of these peaks here that bounced. So it got more momentum there. So for an eval to have less drawdown, that would be better. It's better to move down first and then move up. It's horrible to move up and then down. Let's see if we can find another one. Very nice. Moving the range up. It's going to end here before we can tap 50. Yep. Well, that's it. We didn't pass that eval. We got half. But that's what you look for. I mean, you wouldn't play if there wasn't another play. We saw there that we can size because the move was just so small. That was it. I mean, it was just find the peaks and then find the 50. And then enter the 50, exit at 25. That's it. Really simple to find. Go ahead and practice it.